Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I hope everyone's keeping fine out there and I hope you've enjoyed your weekend so far and also enjoyed the World Cup. Let's leave the politics out of the World Cup and let's just talk about the football that's being played. Now, I did watch the England game. England, Iran, 6-2, good performance, but poor performance by Iran. And obviously the reasons behind that, as we say, were political, I suppose, so we won't go into it. And then we take on the USA, yeah, USA. Anyway, what a game that was. Well, we were blown back down to earth, weren't we? 0-0, and you can't take anything away from the USA, because they did, I thought, played us not off the park, but outplayed us in certain areas of the field. Players did not perform. Did they expect it to be too easy? I'm not too sure. But anyway, that's the way the World Cup is going at the moment. And you can't really get the real die-hard fans behind the England team at the moment, can you? The punters have tried their best because they were raving about the Iran results, saying how good England are, and they can't see anyone in the way of the way the England team perform. Watching other games, you know, there's no one to be afraid of. What's your opinion? I'd love to hear your opinion at the moment. Wales, unlucky. Just one of those things, I suppose. The goalkeeper gets sent off and then it all goes pear-shaped. And do you know what? I've got to hold my hands up and say, absolutely fantastic to the supporters there who sing their national anthem. Unreal, absolutely unbelievable. They make it loud, they make it clear, and everyone can hear. Can't understand the words, obviously, because it's all in Welsh. But well done in that sense, you know what I mean? It's great to see, and well, it was just one of those games. Iran turned up, didn't they? This time, if they'd have turned up against England, would we have been talking how good England are at the moment? A lot are saying wrong choices. Yeah, Phil Foden not being played, and well, it seems to be, I don't know, it's one of those things, isn't it? You know what I mean? When the results don't go for us, then you get the punters and then you get the fans all screaming, so should have been playing, they should have been playing. It's not, we all say we're not a one-man team. Are England's a one-man team? Would Phil Foden have fitted in there and caused us to score goals? I really don't know. That's my honest opinion. You have to be a team player. And I'm wondering what sort of changes he'll be doing. Will it be the same team? Because you're talking about Harry Kane, 2 games he's played there, and now they're all saying, yeah, but he's carrying an injury. Yeah, but if he's carrying an injury, please, leave him out the team. It's because he's a captain that they're scared to leave him out the team. I don't know what it is, really. I don't. And then you got the Tottenham manager who's telling you that he's jaded, he's so tired, and yet he goes there and he's not performing. That's my honest opinion. Why not play the players who are 100% fit and want to have a go? Let's just see if there's a difference. I think it's Tuesday when we play Wales. What will happen if Wales beat us? And they will turn up. Wales will play a different game against us. They know each other. And they'll perform a lot better, and with their fans as well, it should really lift the game, because I don't think our England fans really put songs together. They don't, you know, it's... anyone agree with me out there? Anyway, let's just get the momentum going, and let's just hope it's a fantastic match on Tuesday, and also the United States against Iran. I think that'd be a great game, to be honest, I really do. And I'm just going for the USA to beat Iran as well. But let's see what happens with the England and Welsh games. Mad, really, isn't it, when you can't call that game? We should win, but I'm not building up any hopes about that one. And then you've got these tougher teams. Spain are looking okay, but you couldn't really tell on their second game. I think I've missed that anyway, to see just how they fare and how they perform. And I don't see any outstanding team at the moment. Everyone has been fairly average, let's just say. That's the least anyway. Okay, let's get on to grassroots football. We've had our talk about the World Cup, and is everyone enjoying it? Now then, Now, grassroots football. You see the poster, you see the poster. Don't bully the ref. Well, unfortunately, we've had a couple of incidents at the Football League today, and we always expect small incidents. And it's funny because if you've been to Jeffrey Humble, you've got like 3 pitches playing and 3 games, 4 games, 5 games, whatever it may be. You can monitor every game by standing in the middle, not in the middle of the pitch, obviously, all pitches. And you can hear, you can see what goes on, and you can monitor coaches, the way they're treating the referees. Well, I had to speak basically to 3 sets of coaches today for questioning the young referees, their decisions, and we can't get it through to them. What about development do coaches not understand? They're there coaching their team, their players, they're developing their players to play football. That's what it's all about. They want to encourage the kids to play a better game, let's say, with their coaching. So, what is it when the coaches are questioning the referee's decision all the time, when those referees have only just come in to a league to develop and learn the game? We need the coaches, managers behind them, and the parents. These are coaches. I didn't really see any problems, to be honest, with the sidelines. I really didn't. With the young referees, that seemed to be okay. That seemed to be fair. These are on the 3G pitches, by the way. But we had to talk to the coaches, and a couple of the coaches were questioning me over the referee promoting fouls because they were letting them go, and it encouraged the other team then to create more fouls. And the referee got approached on that one. I think that's wrong. I really do. So obviously I questioned the coaches as well. Now remember, coaches do not make any mistakes, do they? Not at all. Not at all. But we all know that in the real world we all do. We all make mistakes. So you can't encourage a referee by questioning them on what they're not doing. Now that is getting into the mind of a referee. If you're telling a referee that they're not blowing up for fouls, what you see as fouls, not the referee, then it's all about you. It's all about your decisions. It's all about what you see. Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 where the referee hasn't blown the whistle. Let's play, go on. But I stood and watched the game then, and there wasn't a foul in it. There really wasn't. The 2 sets of teams were playing flown football, getting on with the game. What's it saying about the coaches? What is going on? Why are all the coaches suddenly having a little go at the referees? It's about development on both sides. It's about development with the referee, and also the referees on their own, don't forget. Now you've got coaches there trying to encourage the kids. The referee's got no one. They get on there, they've done the course, passed the test, and away they go. They're on their own. So you need to show some respect towards those referees who are in the middle. And we keep mentioning this all the time. All the time. Encourage the referees as well, please, because they are developing their skills also, or they want to. Now, if you're not encouraging them to do it, they're not going to go any further. And you've got to understand as well, when you're shouting or bullying the referee as the poster suggests, no ref, no game, they can walk away, you've created that problem. You've created that referee to walk away from a game, and we're always moaning about being short of referees. They're only kids, they're under 18, they're wearing the yellow armbands, but that does not seem to make a difference. So really we're looking at safeguarding as well. And we've got to make sure that you coaches and parents, when they come up with it, understand that safeguarding is a big, big thing nowadays. We need to encourage the parents and the coaches to respect those referees on the field of play. And all we keep telling them is to forget they're there. Let the referees do the job, not pushing the back. Foul ref. What did you see there, ref? What haven't you missed? What haven't you done? Blow your whistle, ref. It's a free kick to us. That referee listened 9 times out of 10 to many of the coaches out there. We'd never get a game started. We really wouldn't. It's our foul, it's our free kick. What are you doing? You're letting that go. Referees are developing, let them develop, and let the kids develop. If the kids are happy and playing the game, then they don't see anything wrong either. They just get on with the game. So please, leave the referees to do their job. That's all we ask them. They're officiating and they are impartial. Remember that. You can't make them give a free kick. You cannot. The referees will not do it. They'll take, sometimes, you know, it's like the ball goes out of play, they'll listen to you. In under sevens games, it's hard to really, the kids let you know when that's out. They let you know it themselves, but you can help out and tell them which way it's going, whose ball it was. You can always get onto that one. You really can. So I'm asking all the coaches, when you go to your leagues, even tomorrow as well, forget the referee is there and just encourage the kids to play. And that really does give the referee more options. Leave them alone. Let them make their decisions. They're not going to learn if you are having a right go at them each time you blow that whistle. It's making them insecure. It's making them unsure, and it's knocking their confidence. So please don't knock the confidence. Experienced referees, we're not saying you'll do it, but it's like a water off duck's back, isn't it? It goes over their head 9 times out of 10. They just get on with it, and it's always an answer back. Behave yourself. That was a free kick. You know, you shouldn't have to answer to any parent or coach about your decision. They should understand your decision is final, and we're forgetting that. The referee's decision is final. We need to bring that back, and the county FAs need to put that all over their websites and the FA. The referee's decision is final. We need to pass that message back on to grassroots, and coaches, committee members in your club, remind the parents, the coaches, that the referee's decision is final, and the referees are impartial when they go out. They just like their pocket money and doing the job that they're doing the job for. They turn up week in, week out, regardless. You don't want that referee walking away and putting the managers back in charge, because they don't like, you can tell that manager does not want a referee. First and foremost, he wants to encourage his kids to play football. Doesn't want to be in the middle because he feels a little bit out, because their kids are expecting him to give the decisions to them. Or her. They are. So, let's curb it. Let's make sure that we have no sideline referees and no coaches who want to be referees. If you want to be a referee, go and take up the badge. Go to your county FA and take up the whistle, and you passed your test then. And then you go on there and you're in charge then, blowing that whistle and giving free kicks. And that way, everyone can congratulate yourself. So, what else do we have? One abandoned game because of an irate parent, and obviously can't go into too much detail because obviously that will go into the county FAs. But what we're saying is, don't bully the ref. You really shouldn't be bullying the referee. This is also safeguarding. Now, I wanted to bring up to you, because I've been talking to many teams, and I've also talked to the county FAs, and I'm wondering whether this, I'm going to message someone in the FA, and I'm going to get a response. I'm going to find out why coaches, assistants, committee members, welfare officers, all need, and referees, the DBS checks. Okay, if you're 15 you don't, if you're 16 you do. Now we all apply and we all pay for our DBS checks, don't we? Yes, we do. Now I've got loads, I've got all kinds there, I've got about half a dozen, and every time I start something different I do need another DBS, and that is not just the enhanced DBS, it's also with the child as well. So you've got enhanced and child DBS checks, so they go through a little bit more. So I've got half a dozen of them, and every time you start something new, it's a new DBS. Now we'll come back to the DBS in a moment, but also this is what I want to do, and I'm gaining a lot of support, and I want to know why this can't happen. I believe this is what we've started doing within our club as well. When the parents who have been involved in verbal abuse from the sidelines, aggressive behaviour, and the club take action and suspend those parents because of the situations that have arisen. I believe that all parents, as well as your coaches, whoever it may be, they must have them anyway, should be subject, and this is what we do in our club, they need to do the safeguarding, FA safeguarding course online. This before they're allowed back to prove that they are changed, because everyone deserves a chance. So when they've done that and you see the certificate that they've been given from the FA, fantastic, they're having a go, they're apologising, they won't happen again. Obviously they're on 3 strikes, because if you're in the club or league, that's what they have, you're out, unless it's very serious and you're out straight away. Then I'd like to call for, because they're involved, because they've signed up to the FA website, because those parents are there and their responsibility is their child, I believe that if they've been found guilty or if something has gone on within the club, like verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour, that they also must take out a DBS check. I really, really believe, because this must be a deterrent as well. We need deterrence within grassroots football, safeguarding. I want to put it to the NSPCC as well, because everyone is talking about safeguarding aspects around football grounds. Now, I was talking to one of the committee members at the North Liverpool JFL today, Bob, and he was putting his point of view. He said there's nothing better than going up to someone and telling them that it's a safeguarding matter and the police will be knocking on your door. Do you really want that? You know, yes, totally agree with what Bob's saying. I really, really do. And it'd be great, because we're all singing off the same song sheet. We all want to put a stop to it. And we all need to support each other, because we have a duty as care, being club members, of your child. We have a responsibility of your child as well for safeguarding, and the referees as well. But people are just taking the advantage and ignoring these situations. They don't understand the reality of safeguarding. Now we need to get as many people supporting us as we possibly can, because I believe that it's a massive deterrent if these have been involved, as I say, in verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour within your game, not just the league, in your game I'm talking about. Then I think it's justifiable to ask them for a DBS check as well, because they must be getting asked these in work if they've got a job as well. We need to find out what is going on here, and if they're willing to do that, then that's brilliant. I'm not asking every parent to do this. I'm asking the parents who are subject to causing misconduct on the touchline, shall we say, because we're all together as a club, we're a team, and being a team on the field of play and off the field of play means that you are supporting that club. And I just want massive support. People are saying you can't do that. Why can't you do that? Why cannot you do that? You're involved with running kids football, they're involved with being on the touchlines, on the sidelines, and involved with your club, and they've also been accused of some verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour. Now this, I don't believe this is controversial. I believe this is the way forward, and I'd love some feedback, good feedback. Mal from Don't X the Line, from Mal at don'txtheline.com. We just need to know what the powers that we can use ourselves to keep our club clean, tidy, and have a massive responsibility to safeguard your children while they play for us. And not just your children, everyone else's child, because we don't want irate parents, coaches, spectators on the sidelines having a go, shouting and screaming. If your child goes a little bit too heavy, they're having a go at your child, making them cry. It's not right, it really isn't, and having a go at the referee. So you've got to do something, because I feel sorry for managers who don't understand what the parents are going to be doing. They don't know, they're not responsible, or shouldn't be. The club will get fined for any actions that you have not put in place, if you put everything in place you think you have, and then you've got an irate parent or spectator who suddenly bombards the referee with verbal abuse and showing aggressive behaviour, or the fellow coach, or the opposition parent, then I think we all should get together and say, what can we do about it? This safeguarding law, if we all need to do something, we all have a duty of care. This is what I want to bring in, this is what I'd like to see, and we're only there to protect all children and new referees and experienced referees as well. We want to make grassroots football the place to be. I'd love your thoughts on it. Can we do it? Why can't we do it? And why shouldn't we do it? Because it's a responsibility that we all should have, because if you've got irate parents who want to turn up every week, and then the club's getting fined by the FA or the county FAs every week, and you're not doing anything about it, so-called not about it, you can suspend them, you can take action. You know, you get the big clubs, your Premier League, they're getting fined for their fans' response. They don't know what their fans are going to do. You've got to have some leeway. And I think anyone who's even in Premier League who's arrested, they should have background checks, they should. And we're not going to do them. Let the FAs do them, let them say, there's the names of them, now you take charge. But it's not for us to look at that. We want to give it to a governing body to check over a DBS check, that's all. And then it comes back to the club, and the club can act and say, oh, I'm sorry, not suitable. This is what we need. What are we doing wrong? I'd love your thoughts on it. man@don'ttexttheline.com. Anyone who knows us knows that we only want to make it safe for kids playing football, safe for adults to go and watch the football, and safe for committee members and referees and coaches themselves as well. We all want to be a massive team working together. We all have a responsibility. Am I out of order what I'm saying? I don't think so. It's my opinion, and I'd like your thoughts on it as well. I don't want everyone coming back slate me for it. All we want is honest opinions and what you think we are allowed to do. And do you agree with me? Let's combat it. Let's work it together. Let's bring the family of grassroots football together, and let's act on these safeguarding issues that we have. We all talk about them. Let's take action. My action, I'll need your support if you agree with me, and then we can take it further. We'll take it to the next step, and see what we can do to bring it into force if we get enough support. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope your games went great. Hope you're enjoying the World Cup. We'll be back again tomorrow evening, and we'll talk about grassroots football once again, and maybe all these comments that we're going to receive. man@don'ttexttheline.com. So myself, Mal Lee, and all the team at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, and our Hearts of Gold initiatives. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, and thanks once again to Franny Jeffers, who've done marvellous with the kids on our Young Commentators, our Kids Voice Box show last night. Brilliant. If you've not seen it, tune into YouTube and have a little watch of it on DXTL TV from the touchlines. We'll see you tomorrow at 7. Good night, God bless.